Welcome back, everybody. This is Daniel with POV Pool, and we're live at the Casino del Sol. It is the final 8 players of the threecushionusa.org Carom B Championship 2020. It's January 11th, and this is Daniel. I'm sitting here with Gary Eek, and we're about to start this match between Tony Dinh and Joe DeAMATO. Now, this is the finals, single elimination bracket. And boy, I'm pretty excited, aren't you, Gary?
This should be a good one. Like I mentioned earlier, Joe snuck out a last-minute win over tough competitor Tony Ferrara last night, and Joe has won the leg this morning, and presumably off to a good start. All of these matches are good, so it's going to be an interesting next hour and a half.
Yeah, we have Joe DeAMATO breaking off. So I'll simply update the score board to reflect Joe playing white. And we're racing to 30 points, folks.
Joe takes first blood. He does score on the opening break shot. It wasn't a perfect break shot, but it did score, and it keeps him going. And it looks like he might be on track for point number 2. Shot it a little bit too soft, and just didn't quite make it there. Tony Dinh will show us what he has to do this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard. How do you feel playing like an early morning match? You know it's the final rounds. You got to kind of get that out of your head, don't you?
Well, for me and my angelic lifestyle, it's not really that much of an issue. But
okay.
No, it's always a little bit harder. You have to get up an hour earlier.
Sure.
And drink your coffee casually, and
okay.
and then do your pregame prep. But it's a little harder if you're out late and sleep late.
Sure.
But most of these guys are pretty serious about this, so I don't see that happening.
I mean, after all, we are at the Casino del Sol.
Right.
Plenty of debauchery to be had here.
Yes. And,
for all.
In my younger days when I played pool, all of those things I mentioned were a big part of my life.
This is a good shot.
Mm-hmm. He's very deceptive. He looks very young, and you wouldn't think that he has the knowledge that Tony does.
Is that 2? I think that's 2, isn't it?
No, I believe that was his first shot.
Was that his first? Okay. I'm already multitasking. Oh, he hit the wrong rail. He was meant to come off the long rail and play long, short, long.
A rare error. You were right. He does have 2 points.
Oh, he does. Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
And I wasn't out late last night.
I guess early morning jitters for Tony Dinh here then on that second shot.
Third shot.
Tony's third shot, yeah. Tony's 32 years old. And even his friends are calling him babyface.
It's not a bad attribute to have to suffer through life with, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, right.
It's better than being 45 and looking 72.
Yeah. We do have other matches ongoing, folks, and remember, this is the final 8. We have Tong Nguyen playing Peter or Phuc Nguyen. We also have Craig Powers playing Ertan Tarhan, and just starting now is the defending amateur champ Alan Castillo playing Ramses Verlinden. So we'll keep you updated as to those scores.
Tony hit that shot accurately, but it did find a hole at the end on that, and left Joe somewhat of an opportunity here. Although,
what's he got? What's he looking at? Joe's playing the white.
I think he's going to try to go 3 rails and come up off the yellow ball into the red.
Yeah, yeah. He's got to hit that. What? That's second diamond out.
That's diamond and a half, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, very nice shot.
Mm-hmm.
It was about a diamond and a half, Gary.
Yeah, 2 diamonds would have put him right between the balls. This should be a fairly academic shot. He has to worry about the kiss off or the yellow ball going over and disrupting the position of the red ball, which he seems
Like
to
so, but he shot it a little long or short.
Yeah, but because had to be cautious, and that he took a little bit off on the follow through and didn't quite get there.
Bill Smith checking in with you in the chat room to say hello, Gary.
Hi, Bill. Hope to see you at one of these tournaments one of these days.
Bit long.
Not sure it's going to sneak down far enough.
No.
He needed just a tad more elevation. I'm told that shooting that shot with about a 15 to 20 degree elevation of the butt of the cue is what drives it on its walk down the table. However, George Ashby tells me you keep your cue level and shoot it straight through like you're going down a railroad track. So, and he's certainly very proficient.
He looks like he might hit the red here with the white.
Time shot.
Set up that timing shot, yeah. And he went straight to the corner. He's come out a little, but not enough.
A little bit too hard, but fairly safe leave. At least I don't see it as a gimme. I believe he's coming back and going to try to go off the other side of the yellow and catch the final 2 rails. Tony is going to, I believe, do the rail first into the short rail. And looked at it, decided to go the rail first into the long rail. I suspect. I did have the opportunity to play one match on this table, and personally, I did find it just a little bit slower and a little bit shorter than the other tables.
Did you really know?
And that may or may not be why he came up almost 2 spots short on that shot.
Well, Joe has showed a lot of heart this year and an improved performance too. You know,
I thought he would triple the rail up here, and but yet he went long rail or short rail first, and I would have went long rail, short rail, long rail, and come down.
Tong's playing this very thin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's doubling the rail here.
That,
That's nice.
that is such a finesse shot. You have to hit almost in the corner, and you have to have just the right amount of English.
Look, he almost was able to set the same shot up. Oh no, well he's playing yellow, so he might play it. Might actually play it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly the same way, but similar. Playing the same zone.
To Kai, asking me for suggestions on how to improve your game, my suggestion would be to understand that I'm in the booth and I'm not in the finals, so you might want to consult someone else for those instructions. But I'm flattered that you'd ask.
Well, I'm sure you have some help. Anybody coming into the game that might be new. The first thing is to definitely try to enjoy the game.
That's true. Watch the better players and see what they do whenever you can. Videos can be helpful.
Videos can be very helpful.
And, Bill Smith has a system that he sells, books and DVD that I have, and I haven't spent as much time with it as Bill would have liked me to, but it is very well done and has value, especially for a new beginner. I think we find it very helpful for the beginner or intermediate player. Bill Smith was one of the strongest three-cushion billiard players in, I believe, the 70s and 80s. If you go through the old National Billiard News publications, his name litters those pages quite frequently, and always in a positive aspect. So what do we got here? We got
3-2
in 7 innings, and Tony Dinh.
Slow start to for these guys.
Right. Feeling out the table, kind of get comfortable.
Playing a bank off the white, I think. He's coming straight into the white.
Was Tony Dinh here last year?
No, this is his first time.
I thought so. It's kind of hard to gauge his his ability to adapt to table to table and to the championship environment. Joe, on the other hand, Joe DeAMATO has been in this position many times, so he probably has the edge in that department.
You know, actually, I think it's only his second time in the final rounds of the singles, though.
Perhaps in this event, but he's been around many years.
Oh, yeah, many other tournaments, of course. Off the left of the white. He might have changed his mind just there. Or he's just readjusting.
I believe he's going to try to come in short to...
He's setting. I think he's worried about the kiss there. So
If he comes in
he could
short,
drop
if he
in.
comes in short,
He's dropping in off the
no,
right side
I
now.
think he's coming in off the right side of the.
He was shooting to the left. Now he's changed. Uh-oh. That's too much. That's why he didn't want to shoot that shot. He was afraid of it.
Thought too much.
Yeah, thought too much. Some quick score updates for you. Craig Powers leads against Ertan Tarhan 3-2
In 9 innings.
in 9 innings. Alan Castillo and Ramses Verlinden. Ramses leads 4-2 in 6 innings. Is that 6 or 5?
It's 5 on the board, but they're shooting the 6th inning.
Ramses is ahead by 2 so far. And
Joe's going to get this one. It was an option. It's a two-way shot, but that's not the way he was playing it, as he conceded.
we also have the 2 Wins are playing each other. Tong Win and Peter Win. The score is 5-5 in 6 innings.
Are they brothers? I'm
No, they're
familiar
not.
with
They're not related, actually.
them. Okay.
Just 2 cushions, or not even.
3-3
In 9.
9 innings. On the camera table.
Nice stroke.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Could be a sign that Tony's going to be getting a little more comfortable.
Could be. Could definitely be, Gary.
He has a reasonable position here.
Ooh, short.
As I said earlier, it's just playing a hair
It
short.
could be, is what you said earlier.
Yes. Well, the table is playing just a hair short, and
Yeah.
and has been for the entire
Yes,
event,
has been
in my
for the-
personal
yeah.
in my personal opinion. So. Joe's coming up a hair short.
Yeah, and I think being hampered over the red there with his bridge hand was a factor.
Yeah, he was,
Makes it difficult to execute, you know, when you
Mhm.
can't set the way you like to set. Phil Wynn in the chat room, he knows Tony Dinh quite well. He says that Tony's strong point is generally defense.
How long has he been playing? Be a good.
Yeah, good question. Bill Smith mentions that Tony actually does have good fundamentals. He just needs more knowledge of ball movement, speed.
That would be somewhat in conflict of the other comment you just made, but
That his
you
strong
have-
suit is defense.
correct.
Yeah, well, one was Bill's comment, and the other one was Phil's comment.
Right. The score is 5-3 in 11 innings. Very early in the match.
Yeah, it's pretty early in the score.
Joe seems to be a little bit frustrated or unsettled, which is unusual for this early in the match. And
he's playing
it was a
great ticky off the yellow.
And fairly defensive as well.
Yeah, that was a really good idea.
Tony's going to have to do something here. I'm guessing he's going to go off the left side of the red and go long rail, short rail, long rail. Any prognostications on your part?
No, I was reading the chat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He went 5 around or 6 around.
No, he actually was trying to go 3, come up short on 3.
Underneath the whole arrangement.
But a different version of what I'd predicted.
Bill Smith says you can learn all you need to know about defense in 3 cushion in 30 minutes. Do you agree with that?
No, well, I have no.
Put you on the spot there.
No, I
put you on the spot against Bill Smith.
Trust me, I have no reason to argue with him.
I'm just playing with you, Gary.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
So Joe is banking. Banking to the short rail? No, long to the red. Correct? Yep.
That's correct. And he got there.
He did get there. Almost too solid.
And with position.
Yeah.
And with position.
It was a good shot.
In interviews with Bert Van Manen, I believe, both Bloomdahl and Cadrone stated that playing defense more than 20% of the time is something
discouraged.
Yeah, they don't do. 80% of the time they don't play defense. And the other kind, I think Bert has said that trying to play defense against better players is probably to your detriment. You probably give up points and don't really do much to deter their ability to score.
I can understand why. I mean, I feel like the better player is going to know how to. When you play a defensive shot, it's not always perfect either. So I mean, unless you play absolute perfect defense, and still your opponent, if he's better than you and if he's good, he's going to find a way out of it.
Frequently, more frequently than you'd like.
Yeah. It's kind of like, in pocket billiards, you play one pocket. They say, don't ever get into the safety battle with the old guy, because they've got more experience and they're much better than you are.
Scores tied to 5-5 in 12 innings at the moment. An attempt to double the rail. Long rail, short rail, long rail, short rail, but came up a little bit weak on that.
Now, if you're playing on this level, I think defense can be helpful. Correct?
Yes, but I think a lot of people take it to an extreme that, again, to their detriment.
Right.
And I would
Nice
say,
shot.
I would, excellent shot. I would say, when you say this level, I would say the tournament, general tournament overall, probably not so much in the finals.
Yeah. Yeah, because there is a threshold at which you start to the skill level of these players, even though this is an amateur event, they vary quite great. Like you've got .3s playing .8s, you know. And that's a big swing in skill level.
The with the exception of one bracket E, I think the in the preliminaries the bracket total average was .58. Everything else was in the mid. All of the other brackets were .4, .42, .48, .43, and so fairly evenly matched field. I think the Wynn family, those both of those fellows were in the E bracket, and I think that elevated the average in that bracket quite a bit.
Wynn family, they're not related, remember?
I know that, but
you're just calling them the family. Yes, yeah, they're Tong Win. I think he played 30 points in 19 innings yesterday. I can't remember who he played, but
Bill Smith was telling us the grand average of all players in the prelims was .4718. So
right.
we're in the 15th inning, and Joe DeAMATO just scores his 7th point to take a 1-point lead over Tony Dinh.
That's a good shot.
That's his third.
Yeah, this is 3.
Good morning. I'd like to say good morning to my good friend from Chicago and Green Lake, Wisconsin, Ted Olshansky. Glad that you're up and watching the matches, and hope to see you in Madison in April.
That's nice too. Look at this. Run of 4. Way to show up to the match, Joe.
So is my prognostication turning out to be accurate, that Joe was going to shake off the dust and rise to the occasion here?
Yeah. A couple innings ago, you had said that Tony was waking up too, but we've yet to really see that happen. It's good position as well, actually.
Well, I think.
Oh, Lord.
I think Joe has figured out that the table is playing just a tad differently, and has made the adjustment. He's hitting the balls with great authority here.
Yeah, he's definitely got some wind in his sails, Gary.
Yeah, this is he's on a run of 5, correct?
Yes, he is.
And a very makeable shot.
You know, this is very makeable, but I have a habit of shooting this straight to the corner.
Okay, I think he has this, although he may have just...
He's shot it a little long. I jinxed him, didn't I?
No,
that's my fault.
Actually, he didn't get it short enough, in my opinion, so... Could have hit it a little bit harder. It would have come out of the corner a little sharper.
Yeah.
So, a decisive lead now, 11-6 in 14 innings.
Yeah, that's nothing.
For Joe DeAMATO.
going to get there.
Has the fortunate
Sapo.
roll.
Sapo. Lucky.
What was that term you used?
Sapo.
What does that mean?
It's the Spanish for lucky, I believe, is what it means. Every time someone gets lucky at our room, you got like 3 guys saying Sapo. Missed it completely.
Bit of a miscue there, I believe.
Yeah, he was. He had to twist his wrist to shoot that shot.
I predict short reel, long reel, long reel. Oh, I take that back. I thought he was shooting yellow, given his position.
Two cushions.
Two-way shot, but
yeah,
but tough. That red's pretty big. Let's see what Tony's got here. I think he'll go around on the 4 to 5 railer, but he may try to triple the rail, the short rail. Missed the kiss. Dead.
That's good. That's opening up, isn't it?
It tried to flower out. That's.
Yeah. And let's not forget, Tony needs these points. You know, especially being down from 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
He's got position here. Small ball, though, right?
So it's he now has 8. Small ball for you and I. Not so tall. Not so small for
Tony.
For the finalists here.
Yeah.
This is
He'll just
is a very makeable shot for Tony as well.
Spin this up table, right?
Yeah, just one tip of English and nice smooth stroke. And he hit it a little bit harder than he wanted to.
Yeah. Or needed to, actually.
Correct. It's probably defense on his mind.
Yeah.
I'm learning to shoot that shot like Joe just shot it. I always saw it as a shot that you'd have to play the short way. And it's really not that difficult. It's a much bigger ball the other way, and not quite as hard to execute as you'd think by looking at it. Okay. Joe maintains the lead, 12-9 in 15 innings.
Quickly updating you guys for other tables. Alan Castillo has flown way past Ramses Verlinden. Scores 20-4, at least 21-4. Alan versus Ramses in 10 innings. Craig Powers and Ayrton Tarhan are neck and neck. Craig has 9 and Ayrton has 8 in 17 innings. Tong Nguyen is behind Peter Nguyen by 2 points. It's 9-11 in 18 innings over there.
Craig Powers just scored again, so he's at least at 10. 10-8 in 17 innings.
Okay.
Has a fairly tough shot.
Well, what do you know, Alan Castillo, though, is he's taken charge of his match against Ramses. And he's just making, every time I'm looking over, he's making billiards.
That's the plan. When I asked him last year after his win, I said, "Are you going to become the world champion?" And he said, "That's the plan." So
good.
He's implementing that plan at the moment.
Well, Alan really has a lot of heart for the game. He really loves the game.
And he's a Green Bay Packer fan. So
and he's a Packer fan.
He's a great guy.
By default,
right.
Out of Packers. Well, look at this, a little bit of help. A near miss, as they say in the airline industry.
He did score one, I believe, when we were.
Yeah, it's 11 to 12 now.
He scored two, actually.
Yeah.
So it kind of narrows the gap a tad.
Sure does. This match isn't over at all. I mean, this is many swings can happen in this race to 30 points. That's not bad.
I think
like
that scores.
Yeah, I like that touch. It's good. Holding for position.
I don't think he got that. He actually has, in my opinion, a shot off the left side of the yellow, and coming around on 4 rails.
You think 4 rails?
It's possible.
I would think maybe 6.
And
6 going back the other way.
If you wanted to play defense, that would be certainly a makeable shot with likely defense.
Oh, look at this, though.
But what do I know, Joe?
Oh, you just had to stroke that well. You think he's looking to drop in here off the red? That's a tough shot.
I think that's probably it. He's just
nope. He's playing the right side, or his left. Oh, he's wow.
I'm surprised he didn't go your way.
Well, I think he was chasing a kiss going the other way, but he's chasing the kiss that way too.
He shouldn't have had a problem avoiding the kiss by trying to drop in, because you actually you shoot the yellow ball straight down the table, and I don't believe there was a likely kiss there. Tony steps up and
pulls one off.
Right. Real gentle ticky here.
Yeah, I don't know. Can he get there? Ooh, just a hair long.
He could have, but the speed
played off the red.
Any speed on those, just the cue ball jumps off that rail, and he couldn't allow that to happen. So.
Well, Joe maintains the lead. He's been in the lead.
Right. I think he's
for most of the match.
I think he's going to try simply go around 3 rails, but that's not simple shot. Is not that simple.
Well, this requires a little bit of check,
especially with the reach.
Oh no, he's coming around 5.
Yeah, well,
moves the yellow, but hold on.
It's not so bad to do that if
hold on.
If you replace it, if you put it back where it was.
Look at this.
It's okay to do that as long as you put it back where it was.
What a shot. What a shot.
Joe apologizes.
Sapo. He's close to his work.
Mm-hmm. I would think he would triple or double a long rail, but.
Oh yeah, there is that shot. He's spinning around, reverse.
It's certainly a lot easier to control in this shot.
He's trying to spin out of the corner. And he looks good here.
Yes.
What a beautiful shot.
Absolutely.
It's good when these billiards work in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of morning billiards will do you good.
Everybody has their favorite shots, and George Powalski, now deceased, a great pool and billiard player from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, said that my favorite shot or my comfortable shot may not be your comfortable shot. Always be true to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That sounds like
And
good advice.
I think that's what Joe did there, because I would have doubled the long rail on that
Right.
on that last shot that he made just before this one.
Looks like he wants to double the rail here.
Looks like Erton might be making a move on Craig Powers over there.
Oh yeah, 14-10 now. Ayrton's coming back from behind. I think he had a 7-point deficit at one point.
I think so. He just missed one there. I see Alan Castillo continues his domination over there.
Yeah, he's putting it on him. Oh wow, Joe.
That's another Sapo. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Another
Sapo. Not so much though. I mean, he came out of the corner. Yes, Sapo. Still lucky.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
It's a degree down from lucky as well.
Well, when you come off of another ball hitting,
And then of course there's other
hitting
adjectives
your
that
target out of the way and then back in, that's Sapo.
Allen scores again, which takes him to at least 26 points.
Nice healthy lead, 6 points. Player's going to take a quick break, so I'm going to toggle over right now, and we're going to take a quick look at this match between Craig Powers, who is at the table now, versus Ayrton Tarhan. Craig is up 14-10 in 20 innings, shooting the white.
And just a note, Alan Castillo is playing almost 2.0.
Yeah, 26 points in 15 innings. No slouch.
Ramses is showing his frustration, and not aggressively. He just
You can just see it.
Yeah, just did not approach the shot. I'm sure there's a lot of disappointment there. He's an excellent player. He's a painting contractor in his home state of Oregon, I believe.
Washington, yeah.
And I had the opportunity to have dinner with Ramses and Bernie and Bernie Petipus and his wife, and John Logan. Was a great dinner.
Yeah, actually, he and Bernie Petipus go back over 25 years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bernie used to live in Oregon, and actually so did Ramses.
Okay.
And Bernie and Ramses knew each other from Oregon.
Okay.
And played each other quite a bit, and they played three cushion.
Okay.
So Bernie Petipus, although he kind of came out of nowhere playing three cushion billiards, we just didn't know. that he actually has many years of experience playing three-cushion billiards.
Yeah, and well, Ramses is on a run of 3, so apparently he's decided to that he can play and perhaps still catch Alan Castillo.
Hey, you know, anything's possible.
Stranger things have happened.
It's true. Tong Nguyen and Peter Nguyen are pretty close to each other here. It's 15-16. Tong leads by 1 point. That's Peter Nguyen right there with the glasses on your screen. Shooting. And that's pretty much it, these 4 matches. And now our players have returned. We'll continue to update you on the scores when they come in.
Ramses ran 4. It's now 26-11 in 16 innings.
Oh, very nice.
So, you know, he's
well, there you go.
He's not,
like you said, stranger things have happened, right?
True, and regardless, it's still a fairly good, a decent average. So it's not like he's missing everything.
No, sir.
Just not having many opportunities. I think Alan feathered that a little too lightly. Okay, here we are.
He may have to drop in off the red here. Go up to the short rail, straight up to the short rail. And then back down table to the long rail. No, he's playing underneath.
I might be doing the short rail,
He's playing underneath, yeah.
And
he hit that nicely.
He did.
Hit that nicely.
He took full advantage of the angle and just grazed it on the outside. And another short rail here.
Sorry about that, Gary.
No apology required. Not surprised. So Joe's on a run of 2. He holds the lead at 18-12, 20-12 in 18 innings, and very doable lag here for Joe.
Looks good. It's nice to watch those balls open up like a flower.
Right.
Especially if you're the shooter. Bless you, Geraldine.
I don't know if he can get the angle here for the short rail. He may elect to go around on 5 off the right side of the red and come up short into the yellow. Or he may just take 3 rails on the yellow. I'm not sure.
Oh, that was nice. Well, there's a reason why he made it to the finals this year.
When the yellow ball's on the second diamond like that, that's fairly doable shot for a knowledgeable player. Scares the hell out of us novices, but
look at this. He's got 2 choices. You
He'll
prefer this off the yellow?
Yeah, he's going
to
come way over and drop in off the long rail.
Looks good. It's coming underneath it. That makes it a little testier, though. Not ideal.
Not so much fun here.
No. Unless you're, I don't know, Frederic Quadron, maybe.
Well, he might, depending on how far away he is from the red, he can do a similar shot here: long rail, short rail, back up into it.
Long, short drop in.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that, back up into the shot.
Mm-hmm. I guess that would give Joe the decisive lead at the moment, 23-12 in 18 innings. So he's playing over average over 1.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Alan Castillo is at the table. He's shooting. It's 27-13 in 19 innings.
And Craig Powers maintains the lead over Ertan, 17-12 in 21 innings. So they're both playing well.
And Tung Nguyen is coming to the table to shoot. He's up 18-16 against Peter Nguyen. I didn't see that. Did Tony get the billiard there?
Tony scored.
Tony
he would have
there?
scored anyhow, but it kind of kissed in at the 11th hour. But he had the point anyhow, in my opinion. So
he just had to show up, right, and just throw.
No. I mean, he made the shot. There was just a little kiss at the end.
Right.
Which,
oh, I see.
So that's why
I wasn't looking.
That's why the apology was there. So.
Oh, he raised his hand, did he?
Yes, he did.
All right.
Looks like it's got a good track, a little bit long.
Found the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Joe wants to bank this. I don't see why not. He's been banking well already. This time with a bridge.
Okay.
That's going to be too soft anyhow, I think. Yeah.
Someone on the chat was asking for more information regarding George Kowalski. George Fells wrote a very interesting article on George Kowalski after he passed in the major pool publication out of Billiards Digest out of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
It's probably 2 or 3 years past, but I'm sure you can find it in Billiards Digest. A very informative and flattering article regarding George Kowalski, who was as they're saying on the chat, was a great player.
Ooh, that was nice. He had to play that white so thin.
He had that 20% elevation we mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah. So to catch the rail quicker.
I don't know. I wasn't. I'm just trying to pat myself on the back.
Nice curve.
Tad short.
Yeah.
So that brings the score to
23-15.
in 18 innings.
Actually, it's 20 innings. I don't know why they haven't flipped.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously
right.
you're on top of it, so
It's all right,
they don't need to be. So
15-27 now. Alan Castillo is struggling slightly to close out, but I think he's getting a billiard here. He missed. He missed. So Ramses, it is 28-15 in 22 innings.
Joe just had a very nice lag and missed it by just the slightest of opportunities. Alan has 28. Still maintains his 1 point plus average.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Ertan is now snuck ahead of Craig
Oh, my
Powers.
goodness. Yeah, it's 18-17. Ertan leads.
Looks like he's shooting and scored again, so he's at least 19.
Alan Castillo scores, gets on the hill. It's 29-15 against Ramses. Remember, folks, these are single elimination finals. You can't lose twice. Once you lose, you're out.
We will need to keep an eye on that Powers Ertan.
And that's going to do it. At 7th, 8th place, we'll find Ramses Verlinden losing to Alan Castillo 30-15 in 22 innings. Great work from Alan Castillo, defending amateur champion.
Ertan has taken the lead 20-17 in 24 innings over Craig Powers. As you may recall, Craig had that match day before yesterday. He was down to Ramses 12-0 and came back to take the lead 22-18 over Ramses, but ended up losing on the hill 24-25 to Ramses. So that game will be a battle. Craig doesn't rattle, and neither does Ertan.
Yeah.
You say Ertan was a former winner of this event as well, right?
Yeah, he won the amateurs in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just 4 years ago. It was the first one we had here.
Correct.
Remember when we had no lights?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And I think even Sonny Cho was here.
Sonny Cho was here.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much from him.
We had
an
A tournament and a B tournament. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Pedro was here and Miguel Torres was here.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really heard much from the New York contingent of players at all. To be honest with you,
that's true.
I haven't heard much from any of the guys from New York. I think they should show they should rear their heads.
Have you heard anything on the attendees for the former New York tournament, formerly known as the Sang Lee, the International Open? Who's attending?
Which is that the Verhoeven Open?
Yeah, I guess that's.
Or
the name
are you
of
talking
it now.
about the
Verhoeven Open?
Yeah, the Verhoeven.
International.
Yeah, I don't know much about that event.
I first started going there when it was the
it?
Sang Lee Open, so that's.
Do we know much about the USBA Nationals this year?
I think that's next month. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's out there. It's not particularly well publicized. It might be.
Yeah. I do know that we're all too happy to promote these events, but nobody ever reaches, unless they reach out to us. I mean, it's going to be hard for us to really post, especially the nationals. You would think. So Joe, let's get closer to the home base here. Get closer to the finish line.
He's 26.
Yeah, he is at 26, and soon to be 27.
I don't know. He hit
got it.
Hit that. very fortuitously.
This is going to put Tony Dinh, I think, at 7th, 8th as well, if he loses this match. Actually, I think are we playing off for 7th, 8th, and for 5th, 6th? Are we playing that out?
What I think I saw online, it only appeared to be
and for 4th, 5th as well.
For one playoff round was going to start half an hour before the final match, but exactly who that is, I'm not sure.
It might be those positions, those pole positions.
Okay, Tony Dinh has a nice leave here. Should be something he would expect to make. Kiss is going to come into play.
Wait a minute.
May not be. It may not be fatal, but I guess it was.
I think Tony has much too much work to do in this match for any hope of his finding victory here.
Who was that? Sorry.
Joe comes within 2 in 25 innings, 28 to 15.
It looks like
Tony gets a point.
Craig Powers is still stunted at the moment, frozen at 17.
17 to 22. Yeah, he hasn't made a point in a while, has he?
Right. It looks like the yellow.
No, he didn't even get that point. He was supposed to, though.
I'm not sure it was actually on. It looked on from here, but I think he was actually going to miss it. Short.
Oh, well. You guys will have something to look at after this match because Ayrton and Craig
16-28. Tony Dinh takes the table. He is down in 26 innings. Excellent shot.
Yeah, that was
excellent
good.
Shot. Very hard to control.
He needs them. He needs every billiard he gets right now.
Mm-hmm. Craig Powers continues to struggle. How are we doing over here?
Craig got 1 point. It's 22-18.
Meanwhile,
Tung Nguyen has edged ahead, 26-20 now, against Peter Nguyen.
Okay.
That's going to be very.
Tony Dinh missed by a wide margin there.
Yeah.
I think it just he had to hit it hard and it skidded offline on him. Around the table shot here by Joe.
Off the right side, the left side, I mean, of the red.
Yes.
4 cushions around.
Looks like he
did it.
Lined it right up.
Played a good shot.
That puts him on the hill.
Well-deserved victory this would be. Well-deserved. I'm impressed. Joe's played some pretty good shots to claim this match. Be very surprised if this goes the other way.
Trying to come in short. I'm not sure it's short enough, but now I am.
It is good.
Joe is going to score this point.
There you go. Wow.
Right. How many innings was that?
That was 26 innings, 27 innings, 30 points. And there you go. It's just above a 1 average. Nice work from Joe DeAMATO. So let's quickly look over now and take a look. Craig Powers and Ayrton Tarhan. We want to congratulate Tony Dinh for his first showing here at 3 Cushion USA event. First showing and did very well to arrive at the top 8 of 48 players.
Where's Tony from?
He plays out of Westminster, California, with Tung Nguyen and Peter Nguyen and Dot Nguyen with the Wins that are not related.
I understand.
It's like a bunch of guys running around named Bush. I'd be like,
or Smith.
I'd be confused.
I played John Smith in this tournament.
John. How many Smiths could there be?
Craig Powers just scored.
Gets a score, so he's got at least 19.
That's correct.
So we still got, we've got action in this match. There's definitely a chance for Craig to do something. Craig Powers, by the way, he was in a match with I believe it was Ramses, and he didn't score for like 19 innings, the first 19 innings. Then suddenly out of nowhere he ran 9,
correct,
and then he ran like 4 again and 3 again, and he ended up hill with Ramses. Was it Ramses?
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
And then finally Ramses.
He actually took a 5-point lead.
He took a 5-point lead against Ramses,
having been down 12 to nothing.
12-0 he was down. Yeah, and so Craig Powers has a lot of heart, and don't count him out. Don't count him out. He may be playing a former amateur champion, Ayrton Tarhan, but Craig is not going to go down.
He's played
without
well
a
in all of
fight.
these tournaments. He just has moments of inconsistency, but he's minimizing those each and every year. So he scores here with a great shot. Knows what he wants to do. Shot with confidence.
Yeah. Just so you're not confused, I'm going to take the scoreboard away from you guys. We're going to just follow the flashcards, the flip cards, the flip chart above the table there.
Okay, looks like he's going to do rail first around the table, come in long on the yellow, and he comes in short. I think this is that Ertan has a shot that he would know and be comfortable with. He can either come short. He's looking at that now, doing the short 3 rail.